Welcome back. After being asked for over and over again, the Warehouse Theater is finally producing the hit rock and roll musical Hedwig and the Angry Inch, backed by an incredible live band known as the Angry Inch. This show features well-known drag artist Clay Smith. He's known globally as Delighted to Be Here. In the leading role, we have Clay and the director of the show, Andrew Scoville, with us here today. Good to see you guys. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having us on.
Yeah, and I've known you for a long time, back from my Studio 62 days, and you're from here.
Yes.
Clemson grad.
Yes.
And you've been seen on America's Got Talent and all that. You had great success in the drag world. And tell us about this role in Hedwig and the Angry Inch. This is something you've always wanted to do?
This is a dream role, and this Saturday I actually celebrate 19 years of performing in drag, and finally getting around to Hedwig. It's an iconic role. If you love Rocky Horror, you're going to forget about that after seeing this show, because it's that infectious music and a story that's so compelling that you just fall in love with the character.
And a lot of people may know Neil Patrick Harris in that role. How many, do you study other people that have played a role that's like that, that's so iconic, or do you kind of like take your own, I mean, you have plenty of artistry on your own, so how do you kind of get into that mind space?
This journey has been very much script driven. So we've been able to dive in, and Scoville is incredible at asking more of us than we would ask of ourselves. And so we get something, and we have a product that is completely different than anything I've ever seen.
And this is amazing. Like, Andrew, you're from New York, but you come down south to do shows at the Warehouse Theater. What is it about this theater that keeps you coming back?
Well, you know, I feel like wherever I am, I like to be involved and associated with theaters that are pushing the boundary and theaters that are challenging their audience. And the Warehouse Theater, I think, is definitely known for that. And combined with the amazing talent that I get to work with on stage, off stage, the crew, the designers, it's a no-brainer when the opportunity comes up. Yeah,
so how would you explain this show to someone that maybe has no basis of this show being around? How would you explain it? I mean, there's a little bit of everything in this show.
Yeah.
I know we're all sitting back for this.
Yeah, you know, it's like, it's part cabaret, part stand-up comedy, and I would say mostly rock concert. There's a lot of joy and heartbreak, but I think what's really exciting about it is that the creators of the show, they invite you to make every production of this site specific. So this is a production of Hedwig and the Angry Inch that is made for Greenville, South Carolina. It takes place exactly where we are at the Warehouse Theater on the day that you're there, and we have some you know, all-star Greenville born and bred performances in it, so there's a lot for Greenville to be proud of.
I think we had a picture of the scene the scene design there too, and that kind of gives you that kind of tribute to the Warehouse Theater in a way too. So and there you are.
Look at that.
People were like, "Who's that?" You're like, "That's me."
Amazing.
I got a little shaving to do.
A little shaving
Yeah.
to do, right?
Yes.
And I love how you, on social media too, you kind of take people inside the transformation that you do. I mean, I think that's pretty cool to see as well.
All the makeup sponsored by Home Depot. It's a heavy spackle, but it gets the job done.
It gets the job done.
Right.
So it's February 28th through March 22nd at the Warehouse Theater. You can get your tickets at warehousetheater.com. And another little known fact about you is you were Clemson's first music major?
Yeah, I was the first performing arts major at Clemson, and the program is just grown leaps and bounds. I was there last night to see a first dress of their Bright Star production, so go see that too.
There you go, Warehouse Theater. Thank you guys so much for being here. We appreciate it. Can't wait to see the show.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. We're going to toss it over to Jack and Megan. They're just going to tell us about an amazing nonprofit organization.
Amazing is a word, yes indeed. You know, Caring for the Carolina sponsors, we team up and we try to focus in on nonprofit organizations, and today, of course, is what we're going to be doing. Let me mention our friends at Ingles Bath Fitter and, of course, Unclaimed Furniture. They make all the projects for the Caring for the Carolinas very special. And in fact, they come up with suggestions, and this is one of them from our meeting. This is Project Hope Foundation, and you provide services for autistic kids. And let me introduce Lisa Lane, Project Hope. You are the co-founder.
Correct.
And there's the big guy. We know him. You got to talk about him a little bit. Joe Vaughn, of course, you're on the board member and you're the chair.
Yes, sir.
But we gave you the award, our Caring for the Carolinas Award.
Yes, sir, in
2-3 months
January.
ago. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Sure did.
Congratulations.
Thank
That's
you.
awesome. Tell us about Project Hope.
We're a nonprofit, local nonprofit. Started over 20 years ago. Susan Sachs and myself were co-founders and executive directors. And our mission is to provide a lifespan of autism services. So we have children, youth, young adults, and we're providing a variety of programs to help them.
And you have schools, you have facilities in Woodruff, where Greenwood. I mean, this is amazing what
We
you're
do.
doing.
We have 7 campuses. Just opened our 7th one in Landrum.
Yeah.
The need is great. The rate of autism is now 1 in 59.
And I understand the need for money still is ever present. Now, Joe,
That is also great.
You got a big check. What did you do to earn that?
I was nominated for the Betty Jane France Humanitarian Award, and somehow we won it, and got a check for
It wasn't
$100,000.
your looks that won it.
No, it wasn't my
But now
looks.
that's through NASCAR?
Yes, sir. That's through NASCAR Foundation. They take nominees, and then they join them down to 25, and then they cut them down to 4 after interviews, and we ended up in the final 4. Ended up winning it in Nashville at the award show.
Well, that's great.
What did that mean to you when you won?
Well, it was sort of stunning, to be honest with you, because when you're from a town like Woodruff with 4 red lights, and then you go on a stage like that, it's
Right.
a big
It's a
difference.
little
A big
humbling,
difference. But
yeah.
it was really nice for our foundation to be on that national level
Yeah.
because it went out on over 300 syndications.
Yeah, syndications, yeah.
And it was just good to get the word out about what we're doing.
And go NASCAR for getting involved in that
Absolutely.
too. Love them.
And there's the website. Can we go on that website and send you some money with PayPal or something? If we
You
wanna
absolutely
contribute?
can. Yes, you
All
can.
right, okay.
And our last minute, explain to people where like money that he got goes, and where money, if you're taking donations, what it's helping with.
Well, there's a huge gap in what we get reimbursed from Medicaid for our services and what it costs us to provide those services. They're very intensive, so it takes a lot of manpower, people power. And so that money fills that gap so that we can try to serve the hundreds of people who need those services and are waiting for services.
So if this is something that is close to you, or you want to help, go on their website, learn a little bit more. You'll see some great videos that it'll just change your life a little bit, because y'all do great work.
Thank you.
So thank you. Congratulations
Thank you.
to
Yeah.
you. You're very humble and modest about it, but
Well,
you're
it's a
doing good
special
things.
place. I'm sure you could get a tour. That's
Yeah.
what I
We'd
got.
love to show you around.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you, Miss Lisa.
Thank
That's
you.
great. All right, guys, quick break. We'll be right back to close out the show.